do you refer to some people as Yoruba bots? They say it sell, buy, and lease. So I I don't use BOT, by the way. I use BUT. I know some people use BOT, Yoruba bot, but I say BUT because that's what they say. So, for instance, you're having a conversation, you hear things like, "I'm a Yoruba bot. You get what I'm saying?" So you're having a conversation about, let's say, Nigeria, politics, whatever. Then you hear this guy say, "I'm a Yoruba bot. I see the reason why this thing can come. I'm a Yoruba bot." So you say it over and over again. I mean, might as well call you that since that's what you prefer to be. So it's not that I call them that. It's because that's what they always say, and they say it in 1 second. They say it in the most ridiculous way. The most ridiculous way, right? They say it to justify even people insulting their heritage, people talking down on them. They have a kind of low self-esteem, right? And they want to be liked. Since you asked that question, we're going back to this book. I want to say something, guys. It's good to be loved. It's great to be loved. But if you cannot walk through life and be convenient and be comfortable with people hating on you, then you are not mature yet. You are still a child. Whatever makes you just want people to like you means you are a baby, like you haven't grown. And it's not a bad thing. It's just something you have to acknowledge so that you can do what? So that you can grow. It doesn't matter that you have gray hair. You are a baby. You love validation. You love people. You want people to like you. I'm not saying ice cream. People hate me. Not just unlike. People hate me. How do I know? The messages they send, I know they hate me. But guess what? I don't care. Why don't I care? Because in my own heart, I'm not doing anything against them. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with them, self. I'm happy with them. I don't hate them. I have nothing against them. Therefore, when they hate me, I don't really mind. Now, I'm not going out to intentionally rile people up. The point is not to offend people. But there's no way you're going to share the truth that it will not be offensive. It's not possible. If it's the truth, oh, it will be offensive. Why do you think Yorùbás have a saying? Tí ọmọ ìyá méjì bá wọnú ilé tán bá jáde, tán bá dẹ́rìn jáde, wọn ò bára wọn sọ tọrọ. So the idea basically is that if two brothers go in to have a conversation, then they come back smiling, that means they've not told themselves the truth. In other words, in that proverb, you see the idea that the truth can be uncomfortable enough to make people frown. And it's fine. But the question is, why is the truth being shared? Is it to shame you? Is it to say you are a demon or to, no. It's to let you know exactly what's up. Like, this is what happened. So everybody knows. Now, if you don't like that, that's fine. But the thing about Yoruba bots is that, number one, they don't know Jack, generally speaking. Number two, even those who know have chosen to toe the path of those who lack self-esteem and who need love and who need validation. I'm loved at home. I'm loved by family. If anybody loves me from outside now, I'm happy with it. Like, it's a plus. I don't lack love to the point where I have to, pander. And Yoruba bots are professional panderers. They can pander. They can pander even when you are insulting their parents. They will still be pandering to you. And they are the only Yoruba group of people in Obidient movement, which is the worst movement in Nigeria in the last 20 years. The worst. It's the worst. Any movement that thrives on the denigration of another people or another ethnic group is not worth anything. And I promise I'm going to do a session on Sikhism and Obidient movement. It's the same. And neither of them cares about Yoruba people. So that's why, Jiboni, please don't say that. Don't say that. The person asking a question is as important as those of us who say we are not Yoruba bots. The way you get those who are Yoruba bots to move is not by just insulting them. You've got to explain stuff. When you say things like you're giving them attention, that's not fair. They're Yoruba. Many of them don't know better. And I've said something. I said something last week. I said most of us, it wasn't so long ago that we were ignorant as well. It wasn't so long ago. There are things I've known for a long time, but there are things I'm just discovering as well. And I think that somehow reminds me of many other things I still do not know. So somehow, in some interesting way, it keeps me humble. Brothers and sisters, I'm literally surrounded by books. The books in my library are way more than anything around here. But guess what? There's still more books in the bookshops that I don't have, which means that I still have so much to learn. But I know some. A lot in some instances, but I know some, but I still have a lot to learn. But there was a time I didn't even know the things I know today. If I see a Yoruba bot who is acting in ways that are inimical to the growth of Yoruba people, that person is also important that that person be helped. Maybe if we share these things, even if they don't get the opportunity to read, and hopefully they get the opportunity to read, find time to read. But even if they don't get the opportunity to read, at least you hear these things and just reevaluate. Just reevaluate, and you know, ayé wa dá, ilẹ̀ wa dá, nǹkan burúkú ní ṣe wá. Àwọn tó lè jẹ́ Yorùbá, Ọlọ́run á tún wọn ṣe, Ọlọ́run á tún wọn ṣe, Ọlọ́run á yí wọn lọ́kàn padà. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó wá pé àríjẹ́ di mọ̀dàrú ni wọ́n tán fẹ́ balẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́, wọ́n á ṣe lásán ni o, wọ́n á ṣe lásán ni. Wọ́n máa ṣiṣẹ́ erin, wọ́n máa jẹjẹ ìlérí ni, wọ́n máa ṣe lásán torí they will labor in vain if they are dedicated to destroying our patrimony as Yoruba people. They will labor in vain. Somebody says, I disagree with you. People with low self-esteem cannot be changed with books. It's psychological. How do you change psychology? Words. Where do you get some words from? What's a book? A book is a collection of words in print. How do you fix a person psychologically? With information. Whether it's with books, with audio, with video, audiovisual, whatever it is. But people are actually being helped. I've received messages. That's why I take my time to do these things sometimes. And I don't like insulting Yoruba bots. But please, if you're a Yoruba bot, man, that quote later. Your house may not be fine. But trust me, the ones you are joining to insult how terrible your house looks, they don't even have a hut. They are living under the bridge. But they have all the things to say about how terrible your building is. And instead of you to call your brothers and fix the part of your house that is not fine and make it better, you are joining those who live under the bridge to insult your fathers for building a house. When your fathers were building, their fathers were doing whatever they were doing. That's my business. I don't want to talk about other people's fathers. But your fathers were building. Your job in life as Yoruba people is not to criticize your fathers who built. It's to maintain what they built and build something better and build better. Not just say, they could have done this. All right? And that's what we're trying to do here. And I hope that we're achieving it. Let's build on what they've done and let's make it better. Okay? Now back to the book. Again, the book is Why We're Struck by Adewale Ademoyega.